Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Welcome to the Big Meow podcast, hosted by C.A.T.S Network. I'm Angela Howard, and I'm here today with Sonja Reneé, who is a coach and an author. She has a book, and I must say that your email is most intriguing. It's called Sippin' with Sonja. So you sound like a coach, but you might be a cocktail partner. Welcome, Sonja.
Thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah. So you got to dive right in and tell us about your business, Impact to Power, Empower.
Yes. Well, I am a speaker. I am a speaker as well as a life and relationship coach and a business leadership strategist and author. And so the name Sipping with Sonja actually is my YouTube page because I am creating it as a talk show. It is the Sipping with Sonja talk show. So it's pull up and sip on whatever you're sipping on, your coffee, your tea, your wine, and let's have some girl chat. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that are going on in our life. My biggest niche is what I talk about is I help women heal from abandonment trauma, break soul ties that keep them attached to that trauma, as well as living life again after divorce, because I've been all three. Okay. And I'm also a business leadership strategist, and I help women build their business from becoming an employee, from an employee to a business owner, and giving them a strategic planning structure, strategy, and system to build their business the right way with the right foundation, the right framework, so that they have the success that they desire.
So let me ask you this. I've got lots of questions for you. My first one is, what do you love about your business?
Oh gosh, I love the results that I see. I love the time that I take to really get to know someone, to get to know their story, their challenges, their struggles, what they've been through, because we all have a story. Yes.
Yeah.
We've all been through something. And so for me, it's amazing to hear some of the stories of other women and then hear their bounce back, hear how they bounce back from some of the things that they've gone through. But where I come in is when they hit that plateau and they don't know what to do next. So that's where I come in to say, okay, you've done well so far, but let's get you to a better place because they got stuck. And so I love to be able to come in and be that tool that can show them where they are right now and get to the root of the challenges that they're still having so that we can pluck that up, deal with that so that they can move forward and start having some success in their life.
So that brings me to the next question. Describe a success story, a recent success story that you've experienced with one of your clients.
Oh, wow. Well, there was a young lady that I'm also a beauty salon owner. So she worked in a salon with me. And, you know, when you work with someone, you don't always get a chance to sit and learn their story because it's a work relationship. Yes. And so she read my book and she sent me a text message and poured out her heart of how my book impacted her life so much. She didn't realize that the abandonment trauma that she did not really realize what it was. She didn't understand why her relationships weren't working. She doesn't have a healthy relationship with anybody in her family. She was struggling in her relationship with her partner, and she couldn't understand why, and it all stemmed back to her abandonment trauma. So when she read my book and she read my story resonated with her because she could relate to my story. And then she was able to see what I put in place so I could heal from my own abandonment trauma that I didn't even know I had. And then how I put tips in there to help her do the same. And so she was able to implement some of that to have more of a structure and a strategy and system in her life as well. So that was the way she poured her heart out to me. I felt really good because you don't know how much you're helping a person or who you helped until they come back and tell you.
Wow. So you mentioned the word tips, and I'm curious about, give us an insider tip, because you sound like you've done a lot as a coach, an author, speaker, and that's who you're speaking to out here, C.A.T.S. We want to know, give us an insider tip on the business and how you've been successful.
The biggest success that I've seen that I've had thus far is through my one-on-one coaching, as well as the sale of my book. People people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Yes. So one of the things that I do is on my social media platforms, because I have thousands of followers, I go live. And I get a chance to talk to these women, engage with them. They're sharing stories. I'm giving them solutions right on this live. And so when people buy into you, they buy into everything that you're doing. And so I get a chance to share with them, my book. I get a chance to share with them my coaching platform. And so they partake of it because they know that they need more help. They know they need more assistance to get to where they need to get to. And what better way to get that help from somebody who's been through it?
Right. So you hit one of our pet loves here at C.A.T.S Network, and that is community. You've made yourself accessible to your clients, to the people that are looking for you, that don't even know they're looking for you. And that's something that we definitely believe here at C.A.T.S Networking, because that's what we're all about, is really supporting each other. So then I have a question for you. Describe a recent challenge that you've transcended.
I would say it was transitioning from being a speaker and coach in multi-level marketing for 25 years in other people's company, helping thousands of people, other people's brand, transitioning to all of that off and starting from scratch all over, doing it for myself. Because when you start from scratch to build your own brand, because I'm over there and I'm helping people and I'm loving the results, but I'm not getting compensated for my worth.
Right.
So I decided to cut out the middleman and do it for myself. And when you transition, you have to start from scratch with no customers, no clients. And so the transition was, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to step out on faith. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to, put the work in that I've been putting over here with these other companies. I'm going to put the work in for myself, and having to build my platforms from scratch. I had 0 followers. Wow. 0 followers. And in 1 month on Facebook, I went from 0 followers to 15,000 followers. Wow. On TikTok, I went from 0 followers to, it scaled up to 250 followers, and it stayed there for a little bit. And then next thing you know, I posted a video and it went viral. And then I went to 2,500. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do more. So I realized that when I go live, that built even more engagement, because people can slide through the live and they can see it, but they can go on to the next live. Well, I was having people who were staying in my live. And so I was able to build my TikTok page to over almost 15K. So the challenge for me was getting on social media and talking to people, because I know you may say, Sonja, you're a speaker. What do you mean? I'm old school. I'm 52. So I was speaking before Facebook was a thing. So I'm used to word of mouth. I'm used to physical engagement. I'm used to face-to-face. But when in Rome, you have to do what the Romans do. Yes.
Yeah.
So I had to start getting on social media and talking to people and engaging with them, and not knowing if sometimes you don't know if you're reaching people until someone comes back and says, oh, I really love what you shared. I really loved your content. I purchased your book. And they start following you, and now they're engaging on every post that you put out there. So the challenge for me was shifting from another company to my own brand, and then using social media platform the way these millennials do.
Yeah. Well, so in just a few seconds that we have left, tell us how to find you. It sounds like there's many platforms, but let us know how we find you.
You can find me on Facebook under Sonja Reneé. Sonja is spelled Sonja.
Yes, thank you.
Renee. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram under I am Sonja Reneé.
Yeah.
I am on LinkedIn as Sonja Reneé. And my website is www.link, LINK, T as in Tom, r.ee/I am Sonja Reneé.
Wow. And with that, we can end this interview with the I am Sonja. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for your time this morning with us at C.A.T.S Network on the Big Meow.
Thank you so much for having me, ladies. You have an amazing day.
All
On
right.
purpose.
Yes. Bye now.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated, sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C.A.T.S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.